I told Abdul, don't do it anymore. You do it anymore, you're going to have problems.
He did
and
say
he said,
that.
why do you send me a picture of my house? I said, you're going to have to figure that out, Abdul. 18 months, we had nobody killed. We did have an agreement negotiated by Mike Pompeo. It was a very good agreement. The reason it was good.
Bro sent a picture to the dude in his front half of his house. Like, hey, bro.
We wouldn't have left many
Leader of the
Americans behind.
Taliban.
We
You
wouldn't
better
have left,
chill out.
We wouldn't have left $85 billion
Listen to this.
worth of brand new, beautiful military
Listen to
equipment
this shit.
behind. And just to finish, they blew it.
85 billion,
The agreement
bro.
said you have to do this, and they didn't do it. They didn't do it. The agreement.
And guess where that money comes from? Our
was
fucking
terminated
taxes,
by us
bro.
Because they didn't do what they were supposed to do.
I want to move
and
on.
these people.
I wanna
did the
move on.
I bet you do want to move on, huh?
And in my opinion, the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. And by the way, that's why Russia attacked Ukraine, because they saw how.
Again, that guy
incompetent
Dave's
she
sitting there going,
and
all right, shut him up, move him on.
He's saying too much,
I want
guys.
to move on now to race and politics in this country. Mr. President, you recently said of Vice President Harris, quote, I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. I want to ask a bigger picture question here tonight. Why do you believe it's appropriate to weigh in on the racial identity of your opponent?
I don't, and I don't care. I don't care what she is. I don't care. You make a big deal out of something. I couldn't care less. Whatever she wants to be is okay with me.
But those were your words, so I'm
I
asking
don't
She
know. I don't know.
she just
all I
can't
can
be
say is
president.
I read where she was not black, that she put out, and I'll say that. And then I read that she was black, and that's okay. Either one was okay with me. That's up to her. That's up to her.
Vice President Harris, your thoughts on this?
Oh, he's racist.
I mean, honestly, I think it's a tragedy that we have someone
tragedy.
who wants to be president who has consistently, over the course of his career, attempted to use
better
race
cry.
to divide the American people.
What?
You know, I do believe that the vast majority of us know that we have so much more in common than what separates us, and we don't want
The vast majority doesn't know
this
we're all a
kind of
little
approach
racist.
that is just
It just
constantly
depends how
trying to
open we
divide
are
us,
about
and
it.
especially by race. And let's remember how Donald Trump started. He was land. He owned land. He owned buildings, and he was investigated because he refused to rent property to black families. Let's remember, this is the same individual.
Why don't we bring up how you arrested
who
black
took out
people
a
in
photo
California?
in the New York Times
For weed.
calling for the execution of 5 young black and Latino boys who were innocent, the Central Park 5, took out a full-page ad calling for their execution. This is the same individual who spread birther lies about the first black president of the United States. And I think the American people want better
Doesn't he
than that.
want?
Better than this. Want someone who understands, as I do, I travel our country.
No, you don't. You don't go to
We
the southern
see
border,
in each
bitch.
other a friend.
You ain't really
We
in the
see
hood.
in each other a neighbor. We don't want a leader who is constantly trying to have Americans point their fingers at each other. I meet with people all the time
What do you think,
who
chat?
tell me,
We cooked?
can we please just have discourse about how we're going to invest in the aspirations and the
Can you full
ambitions
screen
and
it?
the dreams of the American people? Knowing that regardless
How's it going,
of
chat? We
people of
good?
color or the language their grandmother speaks, we all have the same dreams and aspirations and want a president who invests in those, not in hate and division.
Vice President Harris, thank you. Lindsay?
President Trump, this is now your 3rd time.
This is the most divisive presidency in the history of our country. There's never been anything like it. They're destroying our country, and they come up with things like what she just said. Going back many, many years, when a lot of people, including Mayor Bloomberg, agreed with me on the Central Park 5, they admitted, they said, they pled guilty. And I said, well, if they pled guilty, they badly hurt a person, killed a person ultimately. And if they pled guilty, then they pled, we're not guilty. But this is a person that has to stretch back years, 40, 50 years ago, because there's nothing now. I built one of the greatest economies in the history of the world, and I'm going to build it again. It's going to be bigger, better, and stronger. But they're destroying our economy. They have no idea what a good economy is. their oil policies, every
What's up,
single
Chung?
policy.
Thank you, Chung
And
89.
remember this, she is Biden. You know, she's trying to get away from Biden. I don't know the gentleman, she says. She is Biden. The worst inflation we've ever had, a horrible economy because inflation has made it so bad, and she can't get away with that.
Thank you. Your time is up,
I
Lindsay.
want to respond to that, though. Just respond briefly. Clearly,
Where is Biden?
I am not Joe Biden, and I am certainly not Donald Trump. And what I do offer is a new generation of leadership for our country. One who believes in what is possible, one who brings a sense of optimism about what we can do instead of always disparaging the American people. I believe in what we can do to strengthen our small
Like in these
businesses,
debates, they should
which is
have
why
fucking
I have a plan. Let's talk
liberal
about
college
our
students
plan.
that are Democrat and
let's compare
Republicans
the
ask these
plans.
questions.
I have a plan to give startup businesses $50,000
She has a
tax
plan.
deduction to pursue their
give
ambitions,
more money
their
away.
innovation, their ideas, their hard
Let's
work.
give more money
More
away.
money.
Let's let more people in, dude. Let's fuck
$6,000
America. Let's
for
fuck 'em.
young families for the first year of your child's life to help you in
even
that
take
most
care of our own
critical
fucking
stage of your
people.
child's development. I have a plan that is about allowing people to be able to pursue
I have
what
a
has
plan.
been
I
fleeting
have a
Yeah,
plan.
shit,
of
what's the plan,
American
bitch?
dream
What's the
by
plan?
offering a help with down payment of $25,000 down payment
Give more
assistance
money.
for first-time home buyers. That's the kind of
25K to
conversation
buy a
We're gonna
home?
inflate-
That's absolutely
want tonight,
nothing.
as opposed to a conversation that is constantly
inflating,
about
inflating.
belittling
0.01%.
and name calling. Let's turn the page
Good.
and move forward.
Thank you. Let's turn,
Kamala called
We
it.
have to move on. President Trump.
let's turn to policy,
She has
please.
a plan to defund the police.
I'm okay.
She has a plan to confiscate.
Oh, I
everybody's
heard.
gun.
I heard. Don't
Yeah.
you want
She
the
has a
farmer's
plan
She did say that.
about
Shiloh.
fracking in Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
and
I
anywhere
know.
else.
Okay. Thank
That's
you,
what
Mr.
her
President.
plan is until just recently.
I just need
Lindsay,
to
go ahead.
respond
President
because
Trump,
no, the
President
former
Trump-
president has said
No, I'm
something
sorry.
twice that I need to
No,
respond to.
I'm sorry.
I
We're
just
gonna
need to
move
respond
on, Vice
one
President.
time to what he has
President
said
Trump, this
multiple
is now
times.
your
Turn her
third
fucking-
time running for president. You have long vowed to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare. You have failed to accomplish that. You
She
now
did say
say
she
you're going
wanted
to
to
keep
take people's
Obamacare,
guns, bro,
quote,
straight up.
unless we can do something much better. Last month, you said, quote, we're working on it. So tonight, 9 years after you first started running, do you have a plan, and can you tell us what it is?
Obamacare was lousy health care, always was. It's not very good today. And what I said, that if we come up with something, and we are working on things, we're going to do it and we're going to replace it. But remember this, I inherited Obamacare because Democrats wouldn't change it. They wouldn't vote for it. They were unanimous. They wouldn't vote to change it. If they would have done that, we would have had a much better plan than Obamacare.
Give us free
but the
health care.
Democrats came up, they wouldn't vote for it. I had a choice to make when I was president.
I
Do
want
I
my
save
BBL.
it and make it as good as it can be, never going to be great, or do I let it rot? And I felt I had an obligation, even though politically it would have been good to just let it rot and let it go away. I decided, and I told my people, the top people, and they're very good people. I have a lot of good people in that administration. We read about the bad ones. We had some real bad ones too, and so do they. They have really bad ones. The difference is they don't get rid of them. But let me just.
That's true. They haven't
I had
fired
a
anyone,
choice
bro.
to make. Do I save it and make it as good as it can be, or do I let it rot? And I saved it. I did the right thing. But it's still never going to be great, and it's too expensive for people. And what we will do is we're looking at different plans. If we can come up with a plan that's going to cost our people, our population, less money and be better health care than Obamacare, then I would absolutely do it. But until then, I'd run it as good as it can be run.
So just a yes or no, you still do not have a plan.
I have concepts of a plan. I'm not president right now. But if we come up with something, I would only change it if we come up with something that's better and less expensive. And there are concepts and options we have to do that. And you'll be hearing about it in the not-too-distant future.
Vice President Harris, in 2017, you supported Bernie Sanders' proposal to do away with private insurance and create a government-run healthcare system. 2 years later, you proposed a plan that included a private insurance option. What is your plan today?
Well, first of all, I absolutely support, and over the last 4 years as vice president, private healthcare options. But what we need to do is maintain and grow the Affordable Care Act. But I'll get to that, Lindsay. I just need to respond to a previous point that the former president has made. I've made very clear my position on fracking, and then this business about taking everyone's guns away.
You literally
Jim Walz
agreed
and
with
I are
it.
both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away, so stop with the continuous lying.
Bitch.
As it relates to the Affordable Care Act,
Dumbass
understand, just look at the history to know where people stand. When Donald
She's
Trump
a
was
gun owner?
president,
Not voting
60
for her.
times he tried to get rid of the Affordable Care Act. 60 times. I was a senator at the time when I will never forget the early morning hours when it was up for a vote in the United States Senate. And the late, great John McCain, who you have
He's not great.
disparaged as being, you don't like him, you said, at the time because he got caught. He was an American hero. The late, great John McCain, I will never forget that night, walked onto the Senate floor and said, no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't get rid of the Affordable Care Act. You have no plan. And what the Affordable Care Act has done is eliminate the ability of insurance companies to deny people with pre-existing conditions. I don't have to tell the people watching tonight, you remember what that was like? Remember
bitch
when
ass
an
up.
insurance company could deny if a child had asthma, if someone was a breast cancer survivor, if a grandparent had diabetes? And thankfully, as I've been vice president and we over the last 4 years have strengthened the Affordable Care Act, we have allowed for the first time Medicare to negotiate drug prices on behalf of you, the American people. Donald Trump said he
Because
was
it
going to
was
allow
inflated,
Medicare to
you
negotiate
fucking dumbass bitch.
We're
drug
fucked.
prices. He never did. We did.
Inflation is so
And now we
fucked.
have capped the cost of insulin at $35 a month. Since I've been vice president,
A month.
we have capped the cost of prescription medication for seniors at $2,000 a year. And when I am president, we will do that for all people, understanding that the value I bring to this is that access to health care should be a right and not just a privilege of those who can afford it. And the
We're supposed
plan
to pay
has
for it,
to
huh?
be to strengthen the Affordable Care Act, not get rid of it,
Vice
pass its
President
prologue
Harris,
in
thank
terms
you.
of where Donald Trump stands on that.
I want to move to an issue that's important for a
She
lot
made a
of
mistake. At number one, John McCain fought Obamacare for 10 years. But it wasn't only him. It were all of the Democrats that kept it going. And you know what? We can do much better than Obamacare, much less money. But she won't improve private insurance for people, private medical insurance. That's another thing she doesn't want to give.
President
People
Trump-
are paying privately for insurance that have worked hard and made money, and they want to have private. She wants everybody to be on government insurance where you wait 6 months for an operation that you need immediately.
President Trump, thank you. We have another issue that we'd like to get to that's important for a number of Americans, in particular younger voters, and that's climate change. President Trump, with regard to the environment, you say that
No
we
one
have
gives a
to have
shit about
clean
climate
air
change.
and clean
Literally,
water.
nobody gives a
Vice
fuck.
President Harris, you call
We're just
climate
worried
change
about
an
war.
existential threat.
Yeah.
The question to you both tonight is, what would you do to fight climate change? And Vice President Harris, we'll start with you. 1 minute for you each.
Well, the former president had said the climate change is a hoax. And what we know is that
knew
it
she
is
was gonna
very
say
real.
that.
You ask anyone who lives in a state who has
All right, but how are you going to handle it?
extreme weather occurrences, who now is either being denied home insurance or it's being jacked up. You ask anybody who has been the victim of what that means in terms of losing their home, having
She's the
nowhere
best
to
at
go.
saying a bunch of
We
shit
know
without
that
saying
we can
anything, you know what I
actually
mean?
Deal with this issue. The young people of America care deeply about this issue.
Be talking to
and
Tom.
I
We
am
don't.
proud that as vice president over the last 4 years, we have invested $1 trillion in a clean energy economy, while we have also increased domestic gas production
$1 trillion?
to historic levels. We
nothing.
have
Where's-
created over
where's my free healthcare?
800,000 new manufacturing jobs.
Spend $1
While
trillion
I've been
on
vice
one missile to
president,
send to
we
fucking
have
Iraq.
invested in clean energy to the point that we are opening up factories around the world. Donald Trump said he was going to create manufacturing jobs. He lost manufacturing jobs.
Factories still use
And I'm
fossil fuels,
also
you
proud
fucking
to have
dumbass
the
bitch.
endorsement of the United Auto Workers and Sean Fain, who also know that part of building a clean energy economy includes investing in American-made products, American automobiles. It includes growing
Fain does it better.
what we can do around American manufacturing and opening up auto plants, not
American-made
closing them like
cars suck
happened under
dick.
Donald Trump.
Vice President Harris, thank you.
That didn't happen under Donald Trump. Let me just tell you, they lost 10,000 manufacturing jobs this last month. It's going, they're all leaving. They're building big auto plants in Mexico. in many cases owned by China. They're building these
China.
massive plants, and they think they're going to sell their cars
is actually
into the
true,
United
though.
States because of these people.
I was like, I was
What
there.
they
I
have
saw
given
hella.
to China
No,
is
that's actually true as
unbelievable.
fuck.
But we're not going to let that. We'll put tariffs on those cars so they can't come into our country.
There
Because
you
they
go.
will kill
That's crazy.
the United Auto Workers and any auto worker, whether it's in Detroit or South Carolina or any other place. What they've done to business and manufacturing in this country is horrible. We have nothing because they refuse. You know, Biden doesn't go after people because supposedly China paid him millions of dollars. He's afraid to do it. Between him and his son, they get all this money from Ukraine. They get all this money from all of these different countries.
Hunter Biden
and
smoking
then you wonder,
crack.
why is he so loyal to this one, that one, Ukraine, China? Why is he? Why did he get $3.5 million from the mayor of Moscow's wife? Why did she pay him $3.5 million? This is a
You wanna talk
crooked
about this, though, huh?
administration, and they're selling our country down the tubes.
President Trump, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with closing statements from both of our candidates. An historic night, this ABC
we're
News
talking about
presidential
climate
debate.
Yeah, I was about to say, they
from
said,
Philadelphia.
fuck that prompt, bro. How long ago did this start?
You missed quite a lot.
News
Yeah.
presidential debate will
started at
continue
6.
after this.
Been going at it for an hour and a half already.
I mean, kinda.
Shiloh, I put my arena on my A drive, so now I load in a minute and 30 seconds.
Finally, dude. I was about to unfriend you, dude.
Whole minute is shaved off, dude.
What's your drive at now? Of like 2
Well,
gigs free space?
I deleted COD, so I have quite a bit of space. I don't have to re-download till October. Chat, what do you think? Chat.
I think they're both fucking retarded, but I'd rather have Trump win.
They're both a little retarded. Every move I make, every chance I
Every
take,
single day, Diddy wants to play.
play with me. Hey Pookie, on the money. Hey Dookie.
I hate that fucking song.
Why does everyone think they're the hardest? Why do you speak for the sake of speaking? You don't even know what you're trying to describe.
Is that the song?
Just trying to be nice.
This is the song.
Your future might be when you bleed. It's your fault that you feel your feelings. I'm not responsible for your losses. I'm not responsible for your problems. I was around back then, but I'm not around right now. Find someone else who care. Find someone else who will help you while I'm out. I do what I want, no duty. Who's gonna stop me, no duty?
I do what I want, no Diddy. Yeah. What the? We're still waiting on Chuck to drop, dude. I put my Chuck in some Rick. I put my Chuck in some Rick.
You don't know anything about Cardi.
The fuck, dude? I put my Chuck in some Rick. I put my Chuck in some Rick. Chuck be sucking on my dick. He really kiss on the tip. And you know I get rich. Fuck, that actually hurt. Almost fucking broke my spinal. Okay, this is a fucking commercial break, alright? And then if I can get a glass of water, what, dude? I didn't get a glass of water. Should I go throw a Pop-Tart in the fucking...
So you didn't do?
No diddy. Hey Siri, start timer for 8 minutes.
Live from the National Constitution Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
We are
Here
live.
again, David Muir and Lindsay Davis.
Welcome back tonight. The time
Talk
is
your
for
shit,
closing statements,
David
and Vice
Muir.
President Harris, we begin with you.
So I think you've heard tonight two very different visions for our country. One that is focused on the future, and the other that is focused on the past, and an attempt to take us backward. But we're not going back. And I do believe that the American people know we all have so much more in common than what separates us. And we can chart a new way forward. And a vision of that includes having a plan, understanding the aspirations, the dreams, the hopes, the ambition of the American people, which is why I intend to create an opportunity economy, investing in small businesses, in new families, in what we can do around protecting seniors, what we can do that is about giving hardworking folks a break and bringing down the cost of living. I believe in what we can do together that is about sustaining America's standing in the world and ensuring that we have the respect that we so rightly deserve, including respecting our military
You don't give
and
a fuck
ensuring
about
we
that.
have the most
Dude, all of
lethal
the
fighting
military is
force
voting for
in
Trump.
the
I don't know what
world.
the fuck she's talking
I will
about.
be a president that will protect our fundamental rights and freedoms, including the right of a woman to make decisions about her own body and not have her government tell her what to do.
And the right to
I'll
bear
tell you,
arms.
I started my career as a prosecutor. I was a DA, I was an
Prostitute?
attorney general, a United States senator, and now vice president. I've only had one client, the people. And I'll tell you, as a
Bitch, you arrested the
prosecutor,
people.
I never asked a
You hid
victim
evidence
or a witness,
from
"Are you a
someone until you were
Republican or
asked to
Democrat?"
do so, you stupid
The only
bitch.
thing I ever asked them, "Are you okay?"
What?
And that's the kind of president we need right now. Someone who cares about you and is not putting
We haven't been
themselves
okay in
first.
4 fucking
I
years.
intend to be a president for all Americans and focus on what we can do over the next 10 and 20 years to build back up our country by investing right now in you, the American people.
Vice President Harris, thank you. President Trump?
So she just started by saying she's going to do this, she's going to do that, she's going to do all these wonderful things. Why hasn't she done it? She's been there for 3.5 years. They've had 3.5 years to fix the border. They've had 3.5 years to create jobs and all the things we talked about. Why hasn't she done it? She should leave right now, go down to that beautiful White House, go to the Capitol, get everyone together and do the things you want to do, but you haven't done it, and you won't do it because you believe in things that the American people don't believe in. You believe in things like we're not going to frack, we're not going to take fossil fuel, we're not going to do things that are going to make this country strong, whether you like it or not. Germany tried that, and within 1 year, they were back to building normal energy plants. We're not ready for it. We can't sacrifice our country for the sake of bad vision. But I just ask one simple question. Why didn't she do it? We're a failing nation. We're a nation that's in serious decline. We're being laughed at all over the world. All over the world, they're laughed. I know the leaders very well. They're coming to see me. They call me. We're laughed at all over the world. They don't understand what happened to us as a nation. We're not a leader. We don't have any idea what's going on. We have wars going on in the Middle East. We have wars going on with Russia and Ukraine. We're going to end up in a third world war, and it'll be a war like no other because of nuclear weapons, the power of weaponry. I rebuilt our entire military. She gave a lot of it away to the Taliban. She gave it to Afghanistan. What these people have done to our country, and maybe toughest of all, is allowing millions of people to come into our country. Many of them are criminals, and they're destroying our country. The worst president, the worst vice president in the history of our country.
President Trump, thank you. And that is our ABC News presidential debate from here in Philadelphia at the National Constitution Center. I'm Lindsay Davis.
And I'm David Muir. Thank you for watching here in the U.S.
Chat,
and
chat,
all
what are we
over the
thinking,
world,
chat?
and from all of us here at ABC News.
Chat, are we cooked?
Good night.
Chat, are we cooked? Chat.
That's such a strong point to fucking make. Like, she's promising all this shit, but she's had 4 years to do it. Like, why hasn't she done it?
Biden.
Shut up, Shelly. You're voting for KAMALA.
Dude, I know you're not.
Immigrants are eating dogs, dude. Like,
Guys.
You seen the video? Shiloh watched it yesterday.
Couple
he's
times.
not lying. Like,
We got fucking Venezuelans in fucking Colorado. We got fucking Haitians in fucking Ohio. What's next?
What do you know about Haitians?
is that game or
About your identity.
What?
Quick
Huh?
Civ? I could be down. I kind of forgot how to play though.
Somebody say Deadlocker Arena?
bro, shut up, fucking nerd. Bro.
Yeah, I'm with George on this one, dude. Shut up.
What's wrong with this? Those games are sick.
I'm a weirdo.
These games are tight.
Dude, Civ 7 comes out February 11th.
Reggie, you're
2025.
not ready for Civ, bro. So stop it.
Dude,
I pre-ordered it, so
what is this broke ass poker table I'm looking at? Like,
Identity.
Donald
Funding our
Trump table.
school is a big challenge. I am.
We're at $60. Come on, boys. Am I a millionaire yet? I'm sitting here begging for $130. You think I'm a millionaire? Shane, how'd you know? How? Whoa, how's he there? What are you shooting at? Damn it, my eyes deceive me. It's another $40 stream tonight. If it's not making me money, there's no reason to stream it.
I love it.
It's
ooh,
I don't know.
You want to play this, George? You got a 5 and a
Bullshit.
10 hearts.
I-
Be detected. Oh.
let's see what
I thought they were both gonna go that way, honestly.
He just took a shot and hit me. Push right. Push right.
All right, all right. Oh, he's back here by me.
Oh,
Dude, I didn't even see him.
I didn't.
Good word. Are we playing ladies?
Okay,
Oh,
we got 3 hearts.
yeah. Mhm.
5 and a 10. 2 pairs.
I got my Pop Tarts.
We'll raise it. You know, we'll raise it a little bit. 6. Okay. Either he has kings or...
If he has a king and a 10, you lose. But
4. Okay, that's good. Fucking bet another 2. Raise 6. He has a 10 and a king, he wins. He has the call it.
oh,
He has a 10 and a king, he wins.
dude, are you gonna stop your timer? Or are you just gonna let it keep going?
Oh my god.
wait, what did it? He just had a king. I'm so confused. Wait, what?
Yeah. He had king 9, so he had 2 pairs and then he had the higher card. But yeah, if he had a king, it was like Benzo regardless. Oh my god. We got 1 king, 1, 2, 3. We need a fucking queen or a 4. George. We need a queen or a 4. 6. Do I get out? Chat? Am I click? Queen or a 4 wins this game. Queen or a 4.
Shit, my bad. Chat. Hey Siri, end alarm.
Yeah, you're muted, bud. So
9, bro. Okay, we need a king.
Oh, I had to mute Gabe,
Queen
bro.
or
Dude,
four.
his alarms kept going
Queen or
off.
4. Queen or a 4, George. Queen or a 4.
6.
10. Are you fucking
What are
kidding
we
me?
playing, chat? Are we cooked?
Anybody raises, we fold.
I'm hopping on Russ. So
I already got a base down.
You have it, bro.
George made me choke on my Pop Tart. Fuck you.
Aren't you used to choking? But
Did you used to swallowing? Gulping?
piece of candy.
George, you're scared of Russ. You're not really like that, so I don't know why you're talking about.
I'm calling fucking KAMALA, bro. She's gonna steal your fucking gun.
I'm about to watch
do that.
Nade's Shot Black Ops 2 Twitch live stream from June 19, 2013.
Why, dude? He sucks.
You doing?
There were 70-0 on fucking on 2v2s on George.
Yeah, Banks kicked his ass, so
But they were too scared to fucking go against us on Black Ops 2.
9-10, we fucking go crazy. 9-10 here, we go crazy.
you're crazy if you think you're gonna get 9-10.
I mean, it's possible. It's only 2 cents.
20% off any sub, any size. That's a
Shit,
pretty
9 out of
good
10.
deal.
Nine? 9?
Straight up.
9, George?
No.
Ah. Come on.
Nice try.
I can low-key take this spot right now, though. You wanna see how? Let me take this spot, George.
That's not enough. But one dose got me not enough. Yeah, I can't lie, I think I've had enough. Sorry from the start that you were acting
I told you I could take the whole spot,
I
nigga.
feel like I'm rowdy, I'm dripping on every season.
I told you, George.
But I ain't really get a reason. I think it's a letter, I might just go get it, cause she said she Indonesian. City to city to city to city, I feel like I'm traveling a reason. I'm a journeyman.
Take that, bro.
Fly
Take
out
that,
with you.
George.
Feel like Burning Man. I'ma educate you. We out at Burning Man, and we get high, high, high. We can touch the sky. She said,
I don't know, I've told
"Windows, that's not enough."
Probably. Yeah, if you're going all in for 10. That's a stupid ass move. You should play that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my. You got a fucking straight.
But one dose got me not enough. Yeah, I can't lie, I think I've had enough. Sorry from the start that you were acting up.
Might be alright.
It's kind of a shit hand. I mean, I got 4 cents to play with though.
You need a 2 and a 3.
Just
4
play it.
cents?
No, or I mean, I'm cool with like, just a pair of aces or something like that. It's fine with me. It's the highest fucking pair.